All right, folks, here we are. Second game of the York, Pennsylvania trip. Sadly, wasn't able to get video last night. I got here too late. I caught most of the game. Lady Islanders won 2-0 yesterday against the York Devils. Some really nice play and goal from Gabriella. Really solid, clean sheet for Gabriella. Nice way to start the weekend. I believe today we got Kavanagh starting in goal. Hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. It's Coach Mark giving instruction. And here come the Lady Islanders. So we got the Crusher at center. It's out there with Sherwood and O'Neill. You got to work on nicknames for those. Eliza, you got a lot of options with Eliza. You got Eliza Doolittle from My Fair Lady. You got Eliza Hamilton from Hamilton. A lot of options there. On D, we got Frosted Blakes and Captain Crispy. And already an offside. Devils will clearly be looking to avenge last night's loss. And the Lady Islanders, no doubt, will be resting on their laurels, thinking they can win this one easily. So we'll see how this one plays out. Crusher gets taken down, but no penalties. Crusher spent 4 minutes in the box yesterday with 2 penalties. Probably about average for the Crusher. One she wasn't happy with. The other was pretty clear. There's O'Neill handling it, taking it out. Moving it up, dumps it in deep. Crusher going to the corner to try to play it. Versus last week's game, I fixed my zoom problem that I had last week. So I'll be able to zoom here, no problem, which makes it more fun. Frosted Blake's trying to keep it in. O'Neill does. There's Sherwood. Crusher trying to fight it in too. Captain Crispy does a nice job keeping it in. Puck is staying here in the zone, but not, and just like that, it's out. Frosted Blakes punches it in. Good time for the Lady Islanders to change. So there's Sherwood. There's Brodsky. Big Sammy B. Probably a good nickname for her, Sammy B. Puck comes out. And back in for an offside. What do we got out here now? We got Sammy B at center with Skelly, who had 2 goals last night. Both Lady Islander goals by Skelly. And the Peanut Butter Cup. On defense, we got Katy Perry, which is an awesome name for a line. You got Katy Cummings, and you got Perry Lesperance, collectively known as Katy Perry, or the Firework, maybe the Fireworks. Perry, of course, is also known as the Platypus, so we got a lot of nicknames going here for this line. And there's icing. Refs called it pretty tight last night, a lot of penalties. I'm not just saying that because my daughter got 2. We'll see how these guys do. I think it's a different, it's a different officiating court today than we had last night. So it could be totally different. All right, the Crusher line back out there. Back up to the point, but not able to keep it in. And there's an offside. On defense, we got, who do we got? We got Julianna, and who else is that? Julianna and Ella. So we got 3 solid D-lines. D's not going to be our problem today. We're a little short on offensive lines. But Coach Mark will manage it. Coach Mark's going with the shorts today in one of the colder rinks I've been to in a while. I asked him about that in a pre-game interview. He seemed pretty relaxed about it. We all know he's Canadian. He doesn't need to brag about it, but there you have it. Puck ends up in the Devil's zone just for a moment. Handled by the Lady Islanders, and the Lady Islanders zone. Chipped out. Pressure's got to work hard to receive that pass. I don't like how that looked. I won't be too negative about any player, except for my own kid. My own kid, I might have negative things to say. I might have a few negative things to say about other people's kids, but not too much. My kid can handle it. There's a shot, and there's a goal. That does not make me happy. Down 1-0 already, -1 for the pressure. I'm not going to keep plus minus for any of my own daughter. But so far, my daughter's -1, which I don't like at all. Can't let that happen. Can't let that shot happen. And just like that, we're losing 1-0. So far, I'm not seeing the kind of energy I saw last night. It's early. Not that early. It's 10 after 11 this game started. Everyone should have gotten pretty decent sleep. And that's covered up. It looks like we got 7 forwards and 6 defense today.
Scoring for Capt of the season, number 87, Emily Cook. Assisted by number 71, Kate Morrison. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
Ready to hear the announcement there? Lady Islanders playing with the puck in their own zone. Not able to clear the zone. I gotta say, relative to last night, this was feeling pretty lackadaisical to me. And these, the Lady Islanders thought they can skate to a second victory after the 2-0 win. That's never how it works. People on this broadcast have heard me say before, but Coach Andy Shea, Yale lacrosse coach, one of his better sayings is that the worst thing that can happen to a team is that they win a game. And that's totally true. You win a game, convinces you you're good. And that's one of the worst things that can happen to a team. All right. Pressure line out again. They give up another goal here. I'm not sure I can continue with this broadcast. I might need a stiff drink here early in the morning. Lady Islanders not able to keep in the zone very long. Pressure, not able to punch it out. Puck gets out now, dribbles back to the Devil zone. See if they can keep it in. They can't. Everyone's got to clear out, and that's an offsides. I don't know when they call delayed offsides, when they don't. Maybe only in high school they do. Maybe they don't at this level. They certainly weren't doing it last night. Kind of makes life a little easier when they do the delayed offsides, but it's all right. We haven't had a penalty yet, but by the time the penalty comes, I'll start complaining about the stupid icing rule when you're on a penalty kill. A little early in the game for that. We haven't had a penalty yet. All right, there's the peanut butter cup, taking it behind the goal. Puck gets out to Frosted Blake's. Frosted Blake sends it deep. Peanut butter cup going to collect it. Peanut butter cup sets it center. There's Skelly. Skelly looking for a third of the weekend. Doesn't get it. I heard a whistle. No one else seemed to care, but all right. Maybe I'm imagining things. There's Frosted Blake's. Frosted Blake's puts it back towards the center ice. Oh! Here come the Devils. Devils going to take a shot. Gets deflected by Frosted Blake. Shot on goal, but doesn't go. Looks like Captain Chrissy looking to take a shot, but doesn't get through. There's Sammy B. Sammy B trying to keep it in. Sammy B's going to look for a shot. Wheels and deals, but doesn't get it. There's Skelly. And the puck comes out. At least we have a little bit of pressure here in the bad guy zone. Puck over to Skelly. Skelly looks to handle it, but gets a pocket pick. Here come the Devils. Devils try to center it, but doesn't go. There's the peanut butter cup. Playing around here in the wrong zone. Way too much action in front of the goal. Devils looking for another shot. Get it up to the point. Sending it in. Looking for the deflection. Doesn't get it. Puck comes out. That's going to let the Lady Islanders change. Fresh 5 coming on the ice. And they're calling it an icing. I'm not sure I would have called it that. I'm not sure I would have called that at all, but all right. Who do we got? We got the Crusher line out there on forward. That's with O'Neill. And Ella. And then we got the Katy Perry line on D. Katy Perry line not quite able to get it out of the zone there. There comes O'Neill. O'Neill's skating down. Someone's got to have a shot. I don't know if that counts as a shot, but it was certainly nowhere near being on goal. There's put it in front. O'Neill looking to put some pressure on. Doesn't get a shot off. Sends it deep. There's the Crusher. Crusher takes a shot. Doesn't go. Another shot. Also doesn't go. Good pressure though from this line. I like that. Keep pounding on that. You're going to score some goals. Nice job there at the end of that shift by that line. Looks like we're getting a new front 3. We got Frosted Blake's playing center now. Look at that. All right, let's see how that goes. Coach Mark is already digging deep into his toolbox early here in the first period. I should say halfway through the first period. Not happy about being down 1-0, and I don't blame him. You know, with 6D and 7 forward, I'm not surprised to see Coach Mark mixing things up a little bit here. Crusher's got to bury that shit. 2 good looks at goal. She's got to bury one of those. There's the Platypus. Platypus sends it forward. Platypus loses the puck in the zone. Gets covered up by Kavanagh though. Looks like we got a fresh 5 coming out here. Crusher line back out there with Sherwood and O'Neill. Crusher collects the puck. Here she comes. Crusher looking to shoot, a dump. Passes it across. Nope. Goes on goal, but easily handled by the goalie. Comes around. Good look. Very good look there. I think that was Sherwood. There's O'Neill. O'Neill fighting. Puck comes out. Decent pressure again, though. I'm not complaining about that. Decent pressure. Nicely handled there by Kavanagh. I'm gonna fight them off. The 7 Nation Army couldn't hold me down. Okay. Face off from the Lady Islanders zone. Handled by the Lady Islanders, but not easily removed. Frosted Blakes is in there. I can't tell. I think she's playing center. Although I'm not certain of it, because Sammy B is in there. I think Frosted Blakes might be back on defense. Yeah, Frosted Blakes is. It's a good time to remember the when Frosted Blakes used to play on a line with the other serial killer, Special K, Kindred Hair. It was an awesome line name for serial killers, but Katy Perry line's pretty good too, I gotta tell you. We asked Coach Mark if he put them together specifically because of the name or because that was the right pairing strategically and tactically. He said it was because of the name. Totally understandable. It's an awesome name for a line. So right now we got Captain Crispy and Frosted Blakes in there. I mean, Captain Crispy itself could be a serial. So this could also sort of be the serial killers, but not quite. Captain Crispy looking to go the distance, but not able to take it as far. Puck goes. Kavanagh makes a nice save. I can't tell if that was Kavanagh or the post, but either way, the puck did not go in. Might have been both. You can look at that on the replay. Everyone watching this right now is watching at home on YouTube. You can obviously pause and rewind. This game also is in high def, not in 4K. As I said in the last game, road games, tournament games, not road games, tournament games, where we have multiple games in a weekend, it's generally going to be high def. Individual games where we have one game I can go home and do the processing, I'll do in 4K. Just a lot of hard drive space. What do we got here? They waved off the icing? Okay, I guess that wasn't icing. They changed their mind. Late call by the officials, but I'm certainly not complaining. All right, there's the Crusher. Got the Crusher line with O'Neill and Sherwood taking the face off. And we got the Katy Perry girls on defense. Crusher trying to keep it in, but not able to. That's going to be a penalty on the Crusher. Give me a break. Give me a break. They're calling this really tight again. It's like the Crushers get penalized for playing aggressively. See how she looks in there. Yeah, the Crusher not happy. Third penalty of the weekend for the Crusher. It's really ridiculous. That was just good aggressive hockey to me. Really absurd. I'm not just saying that because the Crusher's my kid. Just ridiculous. Slash. 2-minute penalty for using her stick. Really aggravating. Now's a good time to talk about how annoyed I am about not being able to ice the puck on a power kill. It's really utterly ridiculous. First of all, it slows the game down ridiculously. Hey, icing! Who would have thought? It slows the game down because you're constantly doing it because it happens so often. And every time you have to stop the game, bring the puck back, etc. It also is not how the game is played at the high school level. So these kids play here at the U.S. hockey club level, this ridiculous rule, and then they go to high school and it's a different set of rules. Watching a high school game or an NHL game for that matter, where they're able to ice it on a penalty, and there's a goal. Just fabulous. Just fabulous. All right, Crusher, you can get out of the penalty box now. They scored a goal. Get out of the penalty box, Crusher. Let's see how long this goes for. Oh, here she comes. She got it. All right, now we're already mixing up here a little bit too here. We got Sammy B at the center with the Crusher, and I can't see who on the other end. We got Crispy and Frosted Blake's, Captain Crispy and Frosted Blake's on good.
York Devils power play goal, scoring her 11th of the season, number 87, Emily Phillips, assisted by
Ooh, second goal for Emily Phillips, number 87.
number 53.
We'll be keeping a close eye on her career.
Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 47 seconds.
In case anyone's wondering, your announcer here is suffering from a pretty awful case of poison ivy. Very pleasant. I figure I'm not going to tell anybody on this trip because people will be pretty grossed out, but by the time they're hearing this, they're already home, so it's too late. I don't know how exactly I got it, but I get poison ivy a lot. But this is a worse case than I usually get. It's pretty annoying. All right, as they mix the lines up here, it looks like we got Skelly playing center with Sherwood and O'Neill. O'Neill tries to take the ground to the corner, doesn't go anywhere. I don't think these girls expected to come out being down 2-0 at the end of the first period. I know I did. But you know, they're not working as hard. They're not moving their feet like they did yesterday. And that's what happens. Puck gets centered to the middle. Oh, that's a penalty on somebody. I'm guessing it's the Lady Islander. Yep. Looks like that's Ella Simpkins. No, I take it back. No, it is. That's Ella Simpkins going to the box. Let's see how she looks in there. It's okay. Doesn't look too upset about it. All right, another power play here for the Devils. The last one they scored a goal to put it up 2-0.
The number 11 taken for interference. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 42 seconds.
Oh, not a call on icing, huh? They usually, we all love seeing icings on penalty kills. These refs should just refuse to do it. It's so ridiculous. Oh, there's a good look in front. To quote Coach Shea again from Yale Lacrosse, worst thing that can happen to a team is that they win a game. I think I'm seeing that a little bit here. They won nicely last night. Some noise and horsing around at the hotel. Here comes the line change for the Lady Islanders. All right, there's Sammy B. Sammy B bringing the puck up. There's a crusher going back to fight for it. Tries to call a penalty on that. Devils messing with the puck here in the middle. So it sends into the zone, but gets the offside. Minute 49 to go here in the first. What's been a pretty annoying first period so far. Discouraging, I don't know what the right word is. All right, that's Sammy B taking the face off. Crusher fighting for it. Used the shoulder, that's why he didn't call anything. Devils again have the puck in the Islander zone. Multiple Devils are open in front of the goal. Amazingly, they didn't turn into a goal. Puck goes out, but controlled by a Devil in the Lady Islander zone. I can't tell if the Devils have any different personnel today than they did yesterday. I don't think so. I certainly don't want to give them credit for that. I think they're just annoyed that they lost yesterday and they're coming out with stronger. Oh! The Crusher knocks that off her skate. Doesn't get on the stick, unfortunately. A minute to go in the first. This is one where I wish we had the coach mic'd up. I'd like to hear what Coach Rob has to say right now. Excuse me, Coach Mark. I said Coach Rob. Old habits die hard. Oh! Crusher tries to get it up to... Crusher gets it back deep and time for a line change. There's Sammy B. Sammy B steps up. Oh, nice job, Sammy B. Putting it in front of the goal. I don't think the goalie was ready for that. That could have actually snuck in. Also could have had a bit of nice pass, but unfortunately none of those things happened. And that's the first period. Good first period for the Devils. Try to get a look at what Coach Mark has to say here. So far, it looks like he's too mad to even speak. Oh, there we go. Now he's talking. Again, unfortunately, we're not. I don't have him wired. I don't think he wants to be wired. Let me have this thing. Rob liked it. Probably happy not to be wired right now. I'm not a good lip reader. I'm not seeing as many curses though as I might expect at this point. I could be wrong. It's got 3 17-minute periods here. It's certainly a long game. Looks like he's actually giving some thoughtful, reasonable commentary rather than being too pissed off. I think if we're still losing by 2 going into the next period, we might see a little more testy Coach Mark. Now he's checking his phone. I got a text from his wife. Some discussion looks like going on from Captain Crispy. All right, ref blows the whistle. Looks like we're getting back on the ice here. Put the clock cam back on, and we're ready to play. Looks like the lines have gotten shuffled back to where we started. So we got the Crusher out there with O'Neill and Sherwood. They were asking Emma if she wants to play some hockey. Her answer is Sherwood. And that could be the start of a nickname. On defense, we got Frosted Blake and Captain Crispy. 3 Portland skaters out there right now. The Crusher, Captain Crispy, and Frosted Blakes are all Portland players. Although Frosted Blakes and Crispy is their first year. So they just joined the Portland family. Season starts a month and a half or so. It'll be fun to see those 2 girls on the ice for the Panthers. All right, face off here for the Crusher. Not sure who controls that. It's controlled by the Lady Islanders. Sherwood comes out with it. Sherwood doing a nice job of keeping it in the zone. Crusher also keeps it in the zone. I can't tell if the Crusher put that on goal or just put that behind, but either way, it didn't go on goal. Look a little more energetic here. Sherwood. Lady Islanders trying to get out of the zone. And we do successfully. And then we have the Katy Perry line on defense right now. I'm not sure about that. Looks like Captain Crispy's still out there. Captain Crispy's out there with half of the Katy Perry line. Uh-oh. Nice save! Nice job, Kavanagh. Wow, there was a lot of open goal there. I thought that was going to be closed, but it wasn't. Sammy B keeps it in, puts it on. The Lady Islanders have their shots on goal, but I have to say, not a lot of great shots on goal. They're not really testing this goalie. Scoreboard says 7. I actually think it might be closer to 8 or 9 shots on goal to Lady Islanders. But again, haven't tested this this Devil goalie. Puck goes to the center. There's Sherwood. Sherwood looking to send it to O'Neill. And there's the Platypus. Platypus puts it on. Again, decent shot, nothing wrong, no reason not to hit that shot. You can get a rebound or it can even sneak in. But again, I don't think we're really testing this goalie yet. In case anyone's wondering, it's absolutely freezing in this. Absolutely freezing. I'm not wearing long underwear, but I got a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, and a sweatshirt on. I'm still pretty cold. Nice save there by Kavanagh. Skelly punches it out. Controlled by the Devils. And there's an icing. Haven't had an icing in a little while. Lady Islanders in desperate need of some pressure here. There's Sammy B off the face-off. There's Frosted Blakes. Frosted Blakes looking to get it to her Captain Crispy partner. There's Skelly. Skelly's going to carry it in. Oh, there's a good look. Good opportunity there. Frosted Blakes looks to put it on. Good action in front of the goal here. Frosted Blakes again, sends it to the corner. Sammy B in the corner. Frosted Blakes again, sends it deep. Not deep enough though. Captain Crispy back with Frosted Blakes. Sammy B gets her stick on it, gets it to Captain Crispy. Puck does not get out of the zone, but there's Frosted Blakes who's going to take it out. Frosted Blakes looks like she's got a head of steam here. Look, where's the pass? Good pressure on goal though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Frosted Blakes doesn't like that. She has some words there for the, don't call it a comeback. All right, we got the Katy Perry line back on D. Looks like we got the Crusher line back with Sherwood and O'Neill. Would like to score a goal here? I sure would like to see a goal right here. Oh, that's going to be a shot. Good pressure here. There's Cummings. Action in front of the goal. Nothing goes. There's Sherwood. Sherwood sends it back to Cummings. But the puck comes out. Just like that, we have a 2-on-2. Nice pass. Wow, that was a nice actual look. Nice to see that kind of passing at this level, but it doesn't go. I wasn't rooting for it to go, but it's... Crusher gets it deep. I was worried they were going to call an icing there, but I'm glad they didn't. And here come the Devils. Captain Crispy breaks it up, and here comes Captain Crispy. Captain Crispy had a look to the middle. Captain Crispy puts it on. There's a goal. It's a goal for Captain Crispy. Nice job, Captain Crispy. Hugs all around. Nice hug there from the Crusher. Nice hug from the Crusher. That gets Crusher back to even on the game. Again, I'm only keeping plus minus for my own daughter. All right, 2-1. Nice job, Captain Crispy. Little Elton John here in the background. I give credit to the guy doing the music here.
Goal scored by number 18, unassisted. And the goal, 6 minutes, 1 second.
All right, puck back here in the zone. Nope. Could have been a slash in this league, but they didn't call it. There's Sherwood. Sherwood would try to take it out of the zone. He does. O'Neill looking to fight for it. Eliza blows it, goal! Nice job, O'Neill. O'Neill pops one in, and we're tied. Just like that. I think Sammy B might have been on the ice there before, and the Crusher got off. So I'm not giving Crusher +1 for that one. I have to go to some sort of replay to follow that, so we're not going to worry about that. Nice job, Eliza, and just like that, we're all tied up. Well, whatever Coach Mark had to say in that period break certainly got the Lady Islanders. There's Skelly. Skelly puts it on. Skelly puts it to the center now. Simpkins gets it around. There's Sammy B. Sammy B's going to have a shot. Puts it on, another shot. Doesn't go. And there it is. There it is. Just like that, we're up to 3 goals. I think that might have been, I don't know who put that through, Sammy B or the Peanut Butter Cup. I think it might have been Sammy B, by the way they're cheering. I am titanium. Let's see what the announcer says. I'm pretty sure it's Sammy B.
Lady Islanders goal scored by number 24.
No.
Assisted by number 27.
Take it back. The Peanut Butter Cup had the goal. Sammy B had the assist. Excellent job all around. Nice job, Peanut Butter Cup. There's an icing. All right, just like that, 3-2. What a comeback here in the second for Lady Islanders. Still 9:20 to go. Let's see what else we can do here. I like a comeback situation. All right, Sammy B out there with Skelly and the Peanut Butter Cup. Sammy B, I thought she might have won that face-off, but sort of got her puck ticketed after she kind of won it. Skelly looking to put it on. There's Katy Perry. Half of the Katy Perry, I should say. There's the other half of the Katy Perry line. The Platypus. Puck goes deep. There's no icing. Skelly going to get it. So 3 goals here in the second. Goes from Captain Crispy, O'Neill, and the Peanut Butter Cup. All right, we got the Crusher back out here with O'Neill and Sherwood. I sure would like to see another goal before the end of this period. There's Frosted Blakes. Strong 5 on here. This group got a Crusher trying to keep it in. There's a shot from, I believe, Captain Crispy. Frosted Blakes handles it. Frosted Blakes to Captain Crispy. Captain Crispy gets it up. And there's O'Neill. O'Neill's going to carry it in. O'Neill takes a shot. Saved by the goalie, but a good, get some good wood on it. O'Neill gets out just in time, but not able to grab the puck. Ooh. Puck sort of dribbling in front of the goal there, and Kavanagh able to cover it. So I've got a fresh 5 coming out here with Sammy B, Skelly, there's Skelly. Skelly carries it up and sends it deep. Nice job, Skelly. Sammy B going to get it. Oh. Ooh, puck right in the middle, but no one there to collect it. That could have been a nice opportunity for a Lady Islander. There's Sammy B. Sammy B looks to dish it off to Skelly. Skelly not able to get a handle on it. Puck carried out by the Devils. Not happy with the time of spending here. Oh my God, a nice job by Kavanagh. 2 beautiful, beautiful saves. Really nice. Really good saves there. That really, exactly what the doctor ordered. While working on nicknames here, we got Sydney Brengel. Until someone tells me otherwise, we have to go with Syd the Kid. It worked pretty well for Crosby. We'll see how it works for Brengel. Crusher out there, see if Crusher can escape this game with only 1 penalty. That'd be nice. Action there. Ooh, but it comes out. There goes Cummings. Cummings gets it to the Platypus. I think, yeah, it's a Platypus. Puck goes back in the zone. Crusher chasing it. And the puck comes out. Platypus sends it to the middle, but unfortunately nobody there. And there's an offsides. Lucky there for the Lady Islanders. Got the Devils carried it in. Offsides. A little early for the Rocky team here, for the home team. 6 minutes left in the second. I wouldn't quite pull this one out yet. Oh, defense hanging a little back there. That's all right. The Platypus does a nice job of breaking that up. There's the other half of the Katy Perry line. Uh-oh. Wow, I can't believe that didn't go in. Nice job there by Kavanagh. Really get the puck the hell out of here. Whew. Not liking this pressure here at all. Puck gets out at least. And there's an offside. Whew, I did not like that little exchange there. I'm amazed we escaped there without a goal. 5 minutes ago here in the second. 3-2 Lady Islanders on a very impressive second period comeback. Sammy B. Last night, the Crusher and I checked in at the hotel. Crusher already got the key, so we had a key. It hadn't been to the room yet. I got in late. We go to our room number 400, and there's Emma Sherwood and Mom in the room. They gave them room 400 also. We barged in. They didn't have the room deadbolted or anything, so we walked right in. There they were. Luckily, nobody was getting changed or anything. Went down to the front desk, got it straightened out. They moved us to room 415. So with that, this part of the game will be brought to you by the 4 Point Sheraton in York, Pennsylvania. If you ever need a room and access to somebody else's, that's definitely the hotel to go with. The person at the desk also told me they were totally sold out. Telling me I didn't have a lot of good options. But we got it sorted out. Room 415 was available. So we're getting a face-off here in the zone. I'm not sure why, but I'm not complaining either. Sammy B to take it here in the zone. There's a penalty. I didn't see that. I missed that whole thing. Just like that, Lady On just had a power play. Oh, that's going to be icing. Shouldn't be, but it is. I guess in this case I'll take it, but I'd rather not. Little Karate Kid music here. I have to say, the clock operator has some good choices of songs. No doubt this will be flagged on YouTube for some problems with the music here, but we'll figure that out later. Okay. Just booted Sammy B out of the face-off circle there. It's going to be icing again, or at least it should. Yes, it is. I'm on the hunt down after you. A little Duran Duran here. We got Sammy B at center. What do we got? No, looks like we have the Crusher playing center. Crusher at center with Sammy B and Skelly. And then we got Frosted Blakes and Captain Crispy. Not able to keep it in, unfortunately. That will not be icing. So that's going to take off some quality time from the... Oh, there it is. They called icing. These guys really love calling icing. Laura Brown again. Gloria. I'm getting into this. This guy's good. Good 80s music here that I'm sure these children of the 20s are really appreciating. It's a Crusher again for the face-off. We'd like to see a winner one here. Send it back to the defense. No. Despite the face-off loss, Lady On is keeping in the zone here. Sammy B trying to set it to the middle. Doesn't go. Frosted Blakes puts it on. There's Captain Crispy. There's Skelly. A lot of action in front of the goal, but nothing goes. It's okay though. In a power play situation, putting pressure on the puck here, on the goal, what you're supposed to be doing. Puck goes deep. Still got a little under a half a minute left in the power play. Plenty of time for some pressure. Puck gets controlled by the Devils. Devils going to send it deep. That's going to kill the power play. Puck moving around here. All even. Under 2 minutes to go. It's really important the Lady Islanders get out of this period winning the game, ahead of the game, I should say. And there's the Peanut Butter Cup. Not able to get a shot off, but had a nice look there at the goal. Peanut Butter Cup again, sends it up to O'Neill. O'Neill definitely got a stick on that. That should not be icing. Puck handled by the Devils. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whew. Wow, nice job by Kavanagh covering that one up. Under a minute left here in the second. Puck here, face-off going on in the zone. Shot on goal. You know, it's a Peanut Butter Cup. Didn't really have the power though to put that past it, but it's still good to have the pressure on. Here comes Skelly in for the Peanut Butter Cup. Take the face off. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Opportunity in front of the goal, but uh-oh. 18 seconds in this period, as I said before. Important to get out of this period with the lead. See if they can clear the zone and take this one to the locker room. 7 seconds. I should say the proverbial locker room. There you go. End of the second period. Lady Islanders up 3-2. Very nice second period here for the Lady Islanders. They really needed that. We'll be back for the third. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the third period. We got to keep the pressure on here. Hopefully Coach Mark kept them focused. They certainly got a lot of energy coming out of the first Coach Mark talk. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Just like that, we're tied up here. 11 seconds into the third period. Not great. Exactly what I was not hoping to see here in the beginning of the third.
New York Devils goal, scoring her second goal of the season. Number 53, Amber Paluzio.
This is a different scorer for the Devils.
Time to goal, 11 seconds.
Yeah, there you go, 11 seconds into the third. I can't make Coach Mark happy. Certainly doesn't make videographer David happy. Pressure tries to put it on. Doesn't go. First cross to Blake. Cross to Blake sends it deep. There's Sherwood. Sherwood would like to get that out of the zone. Nice job, Sherwood. Sherwood gets it to, I think that's O'Neill. O'Neill sends it deep. Sort of. First the breaks, touches it up. Got to get some people off the ice here. There's Captain Crispy in the corner. Here comes Sherwood. There's Syd the Kid. That's going to be icing. All right, a little choppy play from both teams here after the goal. We'll run DMC for enjoyment. Run DMC raising hell, also from the early 80s. Seems to be a theme here. Good shot there by the Platypus. A little high. Oh! And that went in. There's Sammy B with a goal. Sammy B plucks that in. The assist from the Platypus. We needed that. But I get up again. And nothing's going to get me down. I get knocked down. Nice job, Sammy B. All right, that makes it 4-3, Lady Islanders. We need a couple more goals here to take this one home. There's an icing. They've been 15 or 20 seconds since the last icing, so you got to call another one. Get the official score announcer here on the goal, but I'm almost certain.
Long Island Lady Islanders goal scored by number 27, assisted by number 87. Time to goal, 25.
Yep, as I said, Sammy B with the assist from the Platypus. Some sort of question on the ice here. I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't matter. They're ready to start. Devil's trying to get one back here. There comes Sammy B again, trying to wheel and deal it into the zone, but not able to. Devils bring it back. Devils put it on, doesn't go. There's Simpkins. Simpkins looking to move the puck. Simpkins almost gets it to the zone, but not quite. Nice, a little too much pressure there for me. Syd the Kid trying to, yeah, Syd the Kid did punch that out. There's the Crusher. Crusher's still only carrying one penalty here. I guess I should be happy about that. See if we can avoid any more penalties. Was that really offsides? It was in our stick. I think you're supposed to call down when it was literally in the Lady Islanders stick. But I guess these guys are calling it. These officials getting paid by the minute. A little Twisted Sister here from the 80s. Here comes Sherwood. Sherwood would sure like to put this on. She does. Oh, Crusher had a look at it, but not able to get a stick on it. Oh, yeah. Good puck movement there. I like that. Good puck movement. Puck is controlled there by the Devils. Pressure trying to break it up. Ooh. Here come the Lady Islanders pushing it forward. Puck comes out of the zone. It gets collected by, I believe that was Frosted Blake's. Yeah, that's Frosted Blake's. Not seeing a lot of energy on either team right now. Nice job there by Sherwood. He sure does move that puck out, at least for the moment. Puck is really bouncing around the middle here. Puck gets sent deep. Line change, I think, is needed. Line change for all 10 of these girls actually out there. It's kind of needed. Approaching the 10-minute mark here of the third period. It'd be really nice to have a little more cushion here in the third. There's Skelly. Skelly's carrying it out. Skelly sends it, I think she sent it deep, yeah. There's Katie. Katie puts it to Sammy B. Sammy B wheels, takes a shot, and there it goes. And that's the Peanut Butter Cup again. Nice job, Peanut Butter Cup. Good job by this group. Peanut Butter Cup second goal of the game. It gives them a little more cushion here with 5:03 to go, approaching 10 minutes left in the third. There you go.
6 minutes, 46 seconds.
Harry the Platypus assists her sister, an assist to her sister, the Peanut Butter Cup. I like seeing that. Good to see sisters getting along on the ice. Coach Mark not happy. No, he sure wasn't happy with the pressure there, though I don't know. Crispy puts it in. Crispy keeps it in. Puck going around. The Lady Islanders sort of happy to let some time expire off this clock here. 2-goal lead. O'Neill takes it off the board. There's the pressure. Pressure puts it in front. Kept in by Frosted Blake's, nicely actually, very nicely. Sticks are flying all over the ice. O'Neill fighting in the corner, sends it up. There's Frosted Blake's. Frosted Blake's puts it on. There's Syd the Kid. Puck here on the wrong end of the ice. As I said, with a 2-goal lead. Nope. Here comes Syd the Kid. Syd the Kid sends it. Unfortunately, gets to a... It's Captain Chrissy back there. Puck gets loose. Oh, nice job there. Sherwood would like to see this go. Sherwood. Ah, no. But I think she drew a penalty. Nice job there by Sherwood. Hooked on a feeling. Song from the 70s, not the 80s, but similar theme. Nice job there by Sherwood drawing that penalty. There's a devil in the box. What's her name? Do we got a name? Can't quite make it out. Maluzio? We'll probably hear from the announcer in a sec. Okay, like that was a power play. Great way to kill some time here with the power play. Keep it in the zone.
York Devils penalty to number 53, Amber Maluzio, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes 35 seconds.
Just like that, it's in the wrong zone on a power play. And there's the offsides. We got a line here of Sammy B with Skelly and Sherwood. And I think we got the Katy Perry line on defense. Playing with the puck at the center ice here. Normally I'm not happy with that, but with a 2-goal lead, I'm happy to see some time kick off, but don't like seeing shots. Puck moving around. Under 7 to go here in the game. There's Katie moving it up. Skelly sends it back. Good job keeping control of the puck. There's the Platypus. Platypus loses control of it though. Goes back to Katie. We need a nickname for Katie. Puck goes in the zone. Crusher keeps it in. Crusher sends it to the middle. Ooh, a lot of sticks on it, but no one able to get a shot off. Got to control that puck, girls. "12 seconds ago on the penalty. Doesn't look like the Islanders going to get a goal out of this penalty, but it did kill a lot of time. A lot of time off the clock with a 2-goal lead. All right, who do we got out here? We got the Crusher taking the face-off. I don't know who officially won that face-off, but ends up in the Devil's zone. There's O'Neill out there. Captain Chrissy with the puck. Captain Chrissy sends it to Frosted Blakes. Frosted Blakes. I think that puck might have gone out. Yeah, puck ends up in the penalty box. See if the ref can collect it. Oh, he's got to open the door, but he'll get it. There's the puck. No souvenirs for any fans. There's the Crusher for the face-off, controlled by the Devils. Puck comes out. Chrissy tries to handle it. Still control of the Devils. Devils are looking at a shot here. Doesn't go. Puck comes out, but it's controlled by Captain Chrissy. Captain Chrissy sends it back to Frosted Blakes. Frosted Blakes puts it pretty much in the middle to a Devil. Nice job there by Captain Chrissy, not letting a shot get off there. And there's the peanut butter cup. Under 4.5 to go here in the third. And there's a nice save there by Kavanagh. Easily gloves it with 4:20 to go. A little more 80s music. Who sings this? Hero. Maybe this is Laura Branigan also. But I could be wrong about that. It might be Laura Branigan. Might not. I probably should know that. All right, there's Sammy B. Sammy B sends it across, handled by the goalie. Van Halen, jump. More 80s music. Lady Islanders will be heading to Aston, Pennsylvania today for a game against the Aston Orange, I think. You know, we're in Pennsylvania, you feel like everything's close, but it's close to a 2-hour drive to Aston from York. So we have an afternoon ahead of us. We'll be looking for the closest Panera Bread and test the supercharger. Get some homework done. Puck goes to Skelly. Skelly sends it deep. Devils controlling it, but not in any rush to get it out of the zone. They do. Skelly gets her stick on it, sends it past mid-ice. There's Syd the Kid. Under 3 to go here. Play your game. Play your game, Lady Islanders. Islanders not able to clear the zone. Still not able to clear the zone. Covered up by Kavanagh. Beastie Boys, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Also 80s. All right, here the Crusher's taking his face off. Crusher sort of wins it, sort of not. So I would say not if it's controlled. Nice job by Kavanagh covering that up. That puck was bouncing around in front of the goal. I didn't like how that looked. Kavanagh had an eye on it the whole way, I think. It's cold in here. I can see my breath. I've had about enough of this. Crusher fighting there for it. Puck ends up with the Platypus. Puck goes, O'Neill gets it deep. Let's see if Sherwood can keep it in here. I sure hope to think she does. O'Neill fighting to keep it in. O'Neill doing yeoman's work, keeping his puck in the zone. But not now. Puck goes out. Crusher breaks it up. Gets the puck to, I think, the Platypus. Platypus gets it to Sherwood. Back to Katie. O'Neill sends it deep. There's Sherwood. Sherwood has, unfortunately, had a defense changing there. The Crusher is able to drag enough time there for defense to get on the ice. Approaching a minute left here in the game. That's going to be an icing. All right, we got fresh legs here for the last minute. Hopefully we can take this one to the locker room with a W. Well, puck is out. Devils have to clear the zone. And ooh, that was awfully close. Goalie is now empty. We're playing 6-on-5. Devils goal is empty, but this is a huge opportunity for Lady Armors to put another one in to seal the deal here. Nope. Nice job by Kavanagh covering that one. 34 seconds to go. Pressure comes out with Sammy B. Oh, Pressure looking for the penalty. Doesn't get it. That looked like a cross check to me, but puck is bouncing around, 6-on-5. Lady Islanders try to clear the zone, not able to. There it goes. Under 10 seconds left, but they're going to call the icing. 7 seconds to go. Somebody's on the light, gonna shine tonight. Jackson Brown. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Anyone who hasn't seen that, I don't recommend watching with their children, but although both my daughters somehow has asked me about that movie lately. Everyone knows the famous Phoebe Case scene from Fast Times. There's a shot. Kavanagh, oh boy. Nope, no goal. The game is over. The Lady Islanders win. Hugs will be given out here. There's a hug. There's some hugs. Everyone loves to see a good hug after a win. And they're the Lady Islanders. Nice job, 5-3 win. Goals, if I remember. We got 2 from the Peanut Butter Cup. We got 1 from Captain Crispy, 1 from O'Neill, and Coach Mark having a conversation here, and 1 from Sammy B. It's good that we got normal handshakes again. All right, nice win here for Coach Mark and the Lady Islanders. That gets us 2-0 so far on the weekend against York. And now we're heading to Aston for the game 3 of the weekend. With that, we'll see you all in Aston, Pennsylvania for game 3. Schamis Shots is out.